Hello, everyone. This is author Kharisma with the Dating Pool blog. I have a site on Facebook that's become quite popular among many single, married, involved individuals who just like to talk about dating and relationships and how we have some obstacles, we have some barriers, but how to overcome them. One of the articles that I posted on this site is called Surviving the Hiatus. And the reason why I posted the article was to connect with people like myself who are single, who may have been single for a small amount of time or maybe a long period of time. And they're just trying to figure out, how do you survive the hiatus between your first relationship or your recent relationship and the next one. And so in my article, I talk about, what you need to do in order to not be miserable or find yourself in a slump, to have the blues, as they call it, to be able to move through your life as normal, even though you're no longer with that significant other. One of the things I've learned over the course of my single life is that the best thing to do is to find something that's fun, enjoyable, something that you love to do during your time when you're apart from this significant other. Find a hobby, find a group to join, the gym. If you love music, take up a dance class. If you love to read, find some good books. Whatever your interests are, whatever the things were that you found to be entertaining with that significant other, you can certainly do it without. And so what I have found is, not only do you get to know yourself better, but you also put yourself out there for other people to meet you that have similar interests as yourself. For instance, if you love to do wine tastings, or if you love to go to the museum, you will probably find like-minded people at these particular places. So it's always good to get out there, to meet people, socialize, network, and you may not find your soulmate at one of these places, but you never know. A connection could lead to a connection that leads to a connection. So I think that is one of the main cures for the dating blues. Um, in my article, I also talk about some of the roadblocks you may find along your journey to help you through the process of meeting someone that could be your second or your next significant other. One of the roadblocks is meeting the same old duds, the same type of guy, the same type of girl, that you have been meeting, basically all your dating life. And so it hasn't worked out for you in the past, and it probably won't work out for you in the future. So you have to find some other way to be able to meet different people. And so that's why you have to explore some new areas of interest. Maybe you always wanted to try a new hobby, but you never really went out there and did it. And so if you put yourself out there to try something new, I promise you'll meet some new people. So that's one of the things that I always recommend to people who are single like myself. I can't say I've always taken my own advice, but I think when I became single in the beginning, I really did seek something new, something fresh, and I've just kind of become accustomed to it over the years, and I really enjoy what I enjoy. But even, if you've been single for a while, you need to explore some new areas in order to meet new people. Another roadblock that I mentioned in the article is you don't feel sexy or you're self-conscious about something. So you being single, you may feel like, you're the thumb, the sore thumb that sticks out at the club or at the lounge or whatever, especially if you're like me and you go out alone a lot. You're going to stand out as a single woman, or maybe even a single man. You will stand out in a crowd by yourself, when most people usually come with a group of people or someone else. So that can be a plus or a minus, depending on the person's attitude, that you're dealing with. It may make it easier for that individual to approach you just simply because you are alone. So, you just have to get over that self-consciousness and maybe find something about yourself that accentuates your beauty. In my article, I talk about, okay, you may be self-conscious about the fact that you have, you may have a extra weight around the waist. Okay, that's something that a lot of women are concerned about. Okay, but you have beautiful, thick legs that guys love. When you get dressed, you need to wear some things that accentuate those beautiful, thick legs that may draw away from, the extra weight on your waist. And then there's always, trying to tone up, exercise and things of that sort as well, to make sure that you're physically fit and you feel confident when you go out. Um, Another roadblock, you may feel shy and you don't want to approach a man or a woman. This is something that a lot of single people struggle with, especially in the beginning, because you don't want to get shot down. You just got out of a relationship and now you're out looking again, but you don't want to have to approach that person that you're interested in with the fear of being rejected. However, you have to take risk in life in order to, obtain what you want. You have to go after it sometimes. It's not going to always fall in your lap or come to you. So you may need to be flirtatious. You may need to put yourself out there a little bit. I'm not saying be desperate and all up in the guy or the girl's face, begging for them to talk to you. But just do subtle things that will get the person's attention. And if they're interested, they're going to make the next move, hopefully. Unless they're just as shy as you are. And then I would say that the last roadblock would be what I just, touched on, being afraid of rejection. But you really have to put yourself out there, take the chance, and guess what? Even if that person does not, see you as a potential person that they want to date or deal with, you overcome that shyness each time you try it. Each time you put your foot out there, you overcome your shyness. So look at it that way. That it's like experience, like going on a job interview for a job. You may not get the job, but every time you go on a job interview, it gives you good practice for the next job interview. And that's how you have to look at it. I hope that this video has been enlightening. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them. I hope that they are respectful and tasteful. And I will get back with you as soon as I read them. Thank you so much for joining me.